Welcome back to the 1111 Synchronized Podcast. Hope everyone is doing well. Hope everyone and their loved ones are doing well, taking care of yourself, staying indoors, finding some rest and relaxation and rejuvenation, reawakening, rebirth, all that good stuff. And just breathe it in and breathe it out. Yes, yes, yes. Oh, man. All right, guys. So if you have any topic requests, please send them to my inbox on Instagram at Agent K21 Podcast, on Instagram or Twitter at Agent K21. You can find me on all the social media platforms. I'm available. I'm here for you guys. Let me know what you want to hear. Let me know how this time of detached socialization or distant socialization is going for you guys, and social media is your friend, Google is your friend, Netflix is your friend, reading a book is your friend, picking up a new hobby, all of those things are your friend. So find the silver lining, find the beauty in the beast, okay? Find the beauty in the pain, find the growth, find the lesson. And just take this moment to have a woosah, right? Just breathe it in, all right? We're all going to be okay. And So I want to just remind people, those who may not know, those who are just joining, that I do provide counseling at no charge, as pro bono. I do accept donations. The link for that is in my at Agent K21 regular page on Instagram. You can click that link. It'll take you to my website. You can book an appointment. I offer virtual appointments via Skype, via Zoom, via any platform that works for you. I do provide phone counseling as well, via text, via telephone call, all of that good stuff. And stay till the end. I'm gonna actually provide you the phonetic alphabet of my number, so that if you do need help during this time of uncertainty, during this time of transition, you just need a listening ear. You just need someone to talk to vent to. I do provide counseling. My master's in counseling. My undergrad is in counseling. I work as a counselor in the public schools. So if you need that service, I do provide that at no charge. So I just want to remind people of that, because these times could be testing on our mental health, right? And so we got to stay centered. We got to stay grounded. Wake up with affirmations, speak gratitude, and just stay focused, because right now, this after all of this happens, it's going to be a new normal. And this is kind of pushing businesses to try different ways and be innovative right now. And if you're worried, if you're concerned, if you're having trouble just centering, that's what my service is here for. As a healer, I've gone through a lot of this stuff that we're in now. I even gave the predictions on my forecast for 2020. I said that I could see people being trapped in the house. I didn't know how it was going to happen. But here we go. And so just fret not. Know that you're okay. Know that this too shall pass. And, one of two things may be happening. Maybe the positive is, I personally believe that this is going to be the next wave of the baby boomer generation. We got people stuck in the house. We got loved ones getting close to one another. I think we're about to see the next baby booming population coming up. Or, the flip side, the shadow side, is that people could really realize how much they are dissatisfied in their relationships. Either way, know that the universe is for you and never against you. So wherever you find yourself, I hope that this is meeting and greeting you in the best, positive, highest spirits and vibration, and sending out the love and unconditional love to everyone. So let's get into it today. I want to talk about being alone but not lonely, okay? Often alone, rarely lonely. And what is the difference? Because some people may have trouble being alone. It may be, very, very different situations. I'll give an example. I was thinking about this recently. When I was younger, my parentals, my rentals, my guardians, I call them my rentals. They're the rented guardians while I'm in my human form, right? So the parentals, that is, they had a hard time really disciplining me as a child because punishment was a reward for me. Their version of punishment, at least. So they had a hard time finding discipline for me. As in one form of discipline that they used was, punishment. You're grounded. Go to your room and no TV, no nothing, just stay in your room. And I was delighted. I was so delighted. I was like, I get to go in my room, stay there. Don't got to deal with y'all. Word. And I would go to my room and I'd be reading books. I'd be playing with my stuffed animals. I'd be just enjoying myself. And it was to the point where they would say, okay, you're not grounded anymore. And I'm like, sad, and I'm like going back anyway. And they're like, what are you doing? You're not grounded anymore. You don't have to stay in your room. And I'm like, but I like it there. My friends are there. I'm having an adventure in there. What y'all talking about? I just built myself a fort. What are y'all talking about? What are y'all talking about, right? That was my experience. I enjoyed that form of punishment. It was actually a reward for me. That was my perspective on it. I was like, hey, if I'm going to be grounded, let me make the most of this time. Let me enjoy this time. What can I do? What can I do right now? If I can't watch TV, I can't play the video games. All right, I'm going to make myself a video game. I'm going to write a story. I'm going to, play some music, whatever. Like, not play music, because that was not allowed either, but play like my instruments or something. I don't even think I was really playing at that time. But the point of this story is that it's what you make of it. What do you make of the time? Do you see it as a punishment or do you see it as a reward? And to the contrary of that being my experience, recognizing that's not everyone's experience, right? So my sibling, very opposite energy, they would ground my sibling and it was like torture, every 2 seconds. Can I come out of my room? Can I come out of my room? It was like excruciating watching this form of punishment. And I'm just like, oh, that's how I was supposed to feel. That's not what I got from that, but okay. And so be very kind to yourself if you're not naturally comfortable with being indoors, I'm comfortable being indoors, and even myself, I'm having cabin fever. So be kind to yourself. If you're indoors and you have a patio or a balcony or anything like that, you can still make the most of your situation, however that situation may be for you. And so once we take this time to flip the perspective, and instead of kicking and screaming the whole way through, saying, I really want to finish that book I started, or you know what, I want to start a podcast now. I never thought I would, but I'm going to. Or let me research how to go back to school. I've always wanted to go back to school. Whatever the case is, you have that downtime now. A few months ago, I already had saw this time about to happen, and I was thinking to myself, man, if I just had nothing but time, I would really hone in on my instruments, right? I'd really perfect my craft, my talents, my gifts. And a lot of times we think if we're not working, that we would work on our passions. A lot of times the exact opposite happens, right? Because activity breeds activity. So stay active. If you're at home and you normally work out at a gym, find a way to work out at home. Find a way to stay active. If you're used to, fast food or something, learn some creative ways to make dishes and cook and just do different things. Teach yourself something new. And so during this time, while we are socially distancing, it's a time to really get comfortable with being alone with ourselves. Now, there's a difference between being alone and being lonely. When I'm alone, I realize that I'm the most connected to everything. It's rare that I feel lonely when I'm alone, because once you make yourself your best friend, you can really start to enjoy your time alone. You're not running from your thoughts. You're not running from your pain. You're not running from things that you perceive as negative. You're actually sitting with them and digesting them and saying, you know what, I need my steak and potatoes, but I also need my veggies too. And a lot of times sitting with ourselves can feel like that painful medicine or that food we don't want, but it's healthy for us, right? And being alone, recognizing that for one, we're in this together, that this is not just happening to one specific person or one specific country. This is a worldwide thing. We're all in this together. So allow the similarities and the common ground to build that foundation of connectedness and hope and love and support, to realize that other people are probably freaking out or perhaps feeling similar ways as yourself, and to recognize that through this we get to kind of grieve or process our emotions together, right? And the times when I felt lonely, to me, the most lonely feeling, or one of the most painful states of loneliness, in my opinion, is being surrounded by others and being misunderstood. Being surrounded by others but feeling alone. To me, that is a state of loneliness. And you're not alone in this. All of us are experiencing this on some way, level, form, right? And so let this be a reminder that we are in this together and that we're going to get through this together. And that means everyone doing their part. If, that means staying home, working from home, doing other things with our time. This is a great way, again, to be innovative. It's a great way to really develop those skills of listening to ourselves, connecting to source, connecting to ourselves, our higher self. And, some people will use this time for that. I think a lot of people listening here are some of the self-healers, some of the light workers, the star seeds. And for those who are not, hopefully they'll be inspired to become such and to go inward. And other people may, numb themselves or whatever, but just recognize this is your journey, this is your path, and there's no room to love others if we judge them. So we got to let everyone else do what they do, and we got to do what we do. And so for those of us who are interested in the inner work that is happening, that could be happening, we're going to take this as an opportunity to do so. And we're going to find new ways to think. And this is the exact reset and chill out moment that we needed. And, finding that the altitude to change the perspective on this situation, because whatever you focus on is what you're going to get. So if you focus as this as a detrimental time or a time to fear, that's what you're feeding yourself. But if you look at this as a time to reflect, that's what you're feeding yourself as well. And I just also want to say Happy New Year. Happy Zodiac New Year. We are now in the state of Aries. All right. We are now in Aries season, Aries territory. So if you're in Aries, shout out to you. Happy birthday, happy born days to all the people out there. And remember that we're in this together, and that you're not alone, even if you feel alone, that we are all connected through love and pain that we all experience on this physical realm. And that makes you never alone. And once we start to share our stories, we realize, oh, I'm not the only one. Someone else has gone through this before. Someone else feels this way. Or, it reminds us of our humanity. So let this time be a time of connectedness and togetherness. First, find that unity within yourself, and then with others. And so if you are struggling during this time, or if you would just like a counseling ear, counseling friend, a therapeutic connection, therapeutic relationship, that is what I provide for my clients. And If you would like that information, again, the website is on my Agent K21 podcast, Agent K21 Instagram. Link is in the bio. If you would like to, you may text me. All right, I'm going to say this twice. You may text me. The phonetic alphabet that you can text is this right here. So please reach me at Romeo, Kissed Sierra, Charlie, Tangoed Juliet, Yankee, Uniform, the +, Foxtrot. Again, my number is Romeo, Kissed Sierra, Charlie, Tangoed Juliet, Yankee, Uniform, Foxtrot. Now, you're going to want to text me because I don't answer unknown numbers. So if you if you text me, I will respond. If you call me, leave a voicemail. I might check that. But if you text me and you would like counseling, text me the code word 1111. Text me 1111 and I know that you are from the 1111 Synchronized podcast and you are requesting counseling service at that time. Okay, and this is all free, pro bono. Get as many sessions as required or as you would like, and not required. There's no requirement. I don't take insurance, so regardless of any of that, I provide counseling pro bono. If you'd like to leave donations, I will inform you of how to do that as well. And so remember that we're in this together. You're not alone, and overstand the difference between being lonely and being alone. And I hope that you guys are all well. I hope this is meeting and greeting you, and again, in the highest of those high spirits. And if those spirits aren't high, let's go ahead and get them high. I'll do the same. And until next time.